What is up, everybody? So if you follow any wrestling pages whatsoever, yesterday when you opened up your social media, the first thing you saw was likely a picture of Tony Khan and what looked like Shane McMahon in the background. The picture quality was absolutely terrible, so it was really hard to tell if it actually was Shane McMahon. And initially, a bunch of people were saying, it's not Shane McMahon, that doesn't even look like Shane McMahon, there's no way that's Shane McMahon, Shane McMahon's not bald, yada, yada, yada. But as it turns out, that was indeed Shane McMahon. That has now been confirmed. And last night, Bully Ray on Busted Open Radio stated that he had a conversation later in the day yesterday with Shane McMahon, and he shared what Shane told him about the meeting with Tony Khan, and I will go over exactly what Bully Ray said Shane told him. This is the quote from Bully Ray on Busted Open Radio. Tony and I were connected through a mutual friend, and we had a great meeting. We talked about many things, but mostly about our shared love for the business and the rewards and challenges of working with family. I congratulated him on the 5-year anniversary of AEW and look forward to how he evolves the business moving forward. So that's what Shane said the conversation was about. Now, I am sure he is leaving out an absolute ton. He doesn't want to give away anything, obviously. But tell me you hate your brother-in-law without telling me you hate your brother-in-law. That's that quote. It is clear. I wonder what that Christmas is like. It is clear that Shane and Triple H must not get along. I wonder what it is that is the divide between Shane and, I mean, obviously it's Stephanie, like I get that, but I wonder why there's such a big divide there between Shane and Triple H. Do you think it's because Triple H was given the reins to the company even before Vince McMahon left? Triple H was running a lot of WWE, and it wasn't Shane. Do you think Shane is resentful towards that because it wasn't kept, like, in the immediate family? It was Stephanie McMahon's husband that got it. Do you think that is the sole reason why there is such a divide between Shane McMahon and Triple H? Or do you think there's not really a divide? Do you think that's just like internet stuff putting it out there? But I would have to say, with Shane McMahon meeting with Tony Khan, and that there is even a remote possibility that Shane shows up in AEW, it must mean that there is something there, that Shane is resentful towards Triple H, WWE, Stephanie McMahon, whatever the case may be. But it's extraordinarily interesting of the possibility of Shane McMahon showing up in AEW, possibly with a stable of wrestlers, ex-WWE, from whatever time. Could you imagine? It would obviously be like them trying to redo the NWO with their own spin on it, but it would be crazy to see Shane show up in AEW with whoever, I don't know. There's a lot of former WWE superstars in AEW right now. I don't know who the big person they would get to be to have that big splash. It's not going to happen, or it's extraordinarily unlikely. But imagine Shane shows up after John Cena's contract. I mean, I guess that's a year or so away, so that's a long time to wait. So that's not likely the case. But somebody giant, and I don't know who that would be, that Shane McMahon shows up with in AEW on Dynamite or on a pay-per-view, like all in and be like, we're here, we're taking over. And there's a lot of talk that like Vince could show up in AEW, and I don't think that is likely to ever happen, especially right now with that lawsuit going on. It would be disastrous for Tony Khan to let Vince show up on television. But Shane, here comes the money, Shane O'Mac. Could you imagine? I don't know if he owns that song. He probably doesn't, but there's been a lot of people that have showed up recently going back and forth, Cody Rhodes, Edge, that have the rights to their music. So Shane McMahon shows up on AEW Dynamite. here comes the money hits, Shane comes out with the shuffle, and who's the guy that follows him? Who's the guy he brings with him that is going to make the big splash? What do you think? Let me know who you think that would be. But it's interesting. It's very interesting to see the possibility of Shane McMahon going to AEW. What do you think? Let me know. Leave some comments below. I hope you're having a good day, and I will see you again soon.